Once again, Dallas-Fort Worth, we are Ask the Experts radio show on Talk Radio 1190, where we interview local professionals, experts in their field. And we have Roger Wakefield from Texas Green Plumbing, and he has his guest, Tina Phillips from Trust Point Management Group. You know what I've noticed, Roger? Everybody you bring in here, you know, they're on a professional, I would say, level, and as well as it's, you know, it's very informative. I mean, I can say you definitely pick your professionals. You know, is it off the cuff, or is this just, I guess, through LinkedIn? Because I know you talk a lot about LinkedIn.
And we're doing a lot on LinkedIn, but it's funny because the people that I bring in are people that have helped me with Texas Green Plumbing, my industry, my
Your
career.
growth.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny because especially on YouTube, I will get people send me messages saying, "Hey, Roger, look, I need help with my plumbing company. You probably won't help me because I'm in Allen and I'm too close to you." It's like, look, if I can help you, I'll help you.
Yeah.
And they're like, why would you help me? I'm your competition. And number one, the way I look at it is I don't have competition. I've got myself.
Well, yeah, and also we live in Dallas, Texas. I mean, we're, what, 8 million people plus?
Yeah. And there are more people, and say, man, you just had to go there, Anthony, because now I got to get on my soapbox about people. When you hire a plumber, hire a licensed plumber.
Licensed plumber
Don't
people.
hire a handyman to do plumbing. It's number one, it's against the law for them to do it. But number two, if you see the van driving down the street that says plumber, Plummer, on the side, you know, they are probably not licensed. They may not know what they're doing. I mean, there's a lot of different things I can tell you.
Yeah.
And it goes back to, from studying this trade, I will tell you, plumbers do protect the health of the nation.
Oh, yeah.
And it's crazy, but, you know, we keep disease and things from
Impeding our environment.
every day.
Yeah, I mean, just read the sign behind you. 12.5 million homes leak more than 90 gallons of water a day. 90 gallons of water a day. Just think about 90 gallons of milk. My God.
And everybody in the Dallas area knows how big Lake Ray Hubbard is. That's enough to fill it up 2 times a week.
That's insane. I mean, I know statistics. Some of them are most. They say 99% of statistics are made up within the second,
Right.
but that's not one that's made up.
Well, Hooters says it's 55.6% of all statistics are made up.
Well, I'll go with Hooters. Okay, but either way, I mean, if you look at that, I mean, either way, if it's wrong or right, I mean, you know that homes are leaking because you know it's either from a plumber that didn't know what he was doing, a builder that didn't finish what they were supposed to, or somebody that was just lazy and just had to maybe go get something done, pick up somebody from school, you know?
You bet.
And it's just, you know, here nor there. If you're a licensed plumber, you know that you have to get that done because first, it's on your license. Second, it's on your business name. And third, you want a repeat customer.
And, man, talking about repeat customers, that is really why we wanted to invest in our plumbers.
Mm-hmm.
Which, of course, takes me back to Trust Point and communicating and talking and knowing. And I love the listen to repeat, but another good thing that we learned and I wanted to talk to you about is how can a residential service person, whether they're a plumber, electrician, whatever, improve their questioning techniques to make them more understand what their customer needs or wants?
Mm-hmm. That's a really good question.
She's sandalering me there right now, y'all. I'm just going to let y'all know that.
No, so it's interesting because what we find a lot of times from a company just companies in the DFW area, there's a lot of companies that we know that right now from a trade perspective, there is a need for more people in trades. Would you agree, Roger?
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, we've seen such a shift in, away from trades into more what I would call professional or,
Everybody has to go to college.
Yes, that's exactly right.
But it's not true.
It's not true. And I think you know this, but for the listeners out there, my brother actually has a plumbing company in Oklahoma.
Absolutely.
And my nephew works with him, and he was a very smart kid, but decided he didn't want to go to college. But he has talking about licensing. He has worked his way and gotten a lot of different licensings and certifications in your industry. And I was talking to them the other day about their business, and their business is a little bit different than yours. And they work with a lot of contractors and different things. And
They build, right?
No, they're plumbing.
Right, but they build new homes.
Yes,
where
yes.
we go in and service older homes.
Right. They do. That's exactly right.
New
They do
construction.
new construction or a remodel, that type of thing.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that they have really focused in on is what I call medical gas. You're familiar with medical gas?
I have a Texas Master Med Gas
Yes,
endorsement.
I knew
Yes,
you
ma'am.
did. So that's one of the things that they really focus on for doctors and dentists and that type of thing. And so we were talking about some of the challenges that they have in their business and what happens in their business. And it's similar to your business in the sense that a lot of times people call them and they're like, hey, I've got a project I want you to quote. Can you send me a bid, whatever the case may be. And then what they run into is very much the same as what you run into, which is that person's going to call 2 or 3 other people. Some of those people aren't licensed, aren't certified in medical gas, that type of thing. And so they get these bids in, and what happens, Roger?
Absolutely. They get undercut.
Yes, they get undercut. And so the value of really understanding the questions you ask to understand how much the prospect or the person that's asking you these questions understands maybe what they really need. Because a lot of times as consumers, we have this general level of information, but we may not know everything that you know. And through questioning, you can uncover what really does the prospect know, right?
And the good thing about that, and you're right, and from listening, I can talk to a customer that has had another plumber come out and given them a prize. And just by asking them questions, or they say, well, the other plumber wanted to do this, or the other plumber wanted to do that, I can tell, okay, that plumber is not licensed.
Yeah.
And you don't want to just tell people, hey, I'm sorry, but you're talking to a handyman and I'm a plumber. And nothing against handyman. Man, there's a role for them. But I don't want my electrician to fix my plumbing.
That's right.
And I don't want my doctor to rebuild my engine for me. And
Hopefully not.
You bet.
Yeah.
But
Well, why not?
well, well, I was trying to say it may be cheaper, but not if it's my doctor. Now, if my mechanic wanted to operate on me, that may be a little cheaper.
Yeah, you might want him to wash his hands first.
But but like you said about the trades, Julie, we're looking for a very experienced service manager right now, and we put in there all the time. We put in our ad that they have to have a license by the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners. But you've received how many applicants that, I want to be your service manager, but I'm not licensed, but I know plumbing.
Oh yeah. Well, what they are, they're project managers who've been in different industries, everything from architecture on down to, welding, and they want to come work for the plumbing company, and we can't hire that. It even says in our ad, you have to have these licenses.
Well, and the reason being is we want not just a service manager, but it's a service manager that can go out and work on plumbing and help people out. Because sometimes as a service manager, you've got to go out and diagnose the problem, and it's something that as long as you're licensed, you can take care of it while you're there. Anthony, we ready to give away a toilet seat?
I think we should hold off till next segment just to keep our listeners hanging on just for that little bit longer.
Well then.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, no, it's great. But let me remind everybody, we are giving away an American Standard bidet toilet seat, and I think they retail for $5.99, so I call it a $600 toilet seat.
My goodness.
But when it's freezing outside and your butt is the first one on it in the morning, well, we're $600.
That's like a $6 milkshake, right?
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Just to elaborate on that, just know that stays heated, so when you sit down, it's nice and warm. So it's plugged
I gotta
in.
get one just to get one.
And it has a remote control.
All right, so I have to have one.
Okay, so
It has
as a
a
man,
remote.
It has a remote.
as a man, I have a toilet seat with the remote control. So I'm just saying,
That's crazy.
It's
The ultimate.
It's pretty.
That
cool.
is ultimate.
But in
All right.
order to win this, whoever calls in with the correct answer, and we will go back and check, they have to be a subscriber to my YouTube channel, which is The Expert Plumber.
Okay. All right. You hear that, listeners? The Expert Plumber on YouTube. You need to go there, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get email or I guess it's a notification if anything comes up new.
There
If you'd
you
like to
go.
call us here on the radio show, it's 214 or 817-787-1190. That's either 214 or 817-787-1190. If you'd like to get a hold of Texas Green Plumbing, it is 972-442-4101. That's 972-442-4101. Or Tina Phillips with Trust Point Management Group. It's 1-888-831-0466. We will be back in 2 to 3 minutes after these messages on Talk Radio 1190. We're Ask the Experts radio show.